My name is Rachel Trinati, and this is a quick overview of the mini-unit I created about erosion. I used two different standards as a guide while creating my mini-unit on erosion. The first one is from the Common Core State Standards, and it states to make observations and/or measurements to provide evidence of the effects of weathering or the rate of erosion by water, ice, wind, or vegetation. The other standard that I used is from the Cloud Institute for Sustainability Education, and it states a system is made up of two or more parts in a dynamic relationship that forms a whole whose elements hang together and change because they continually affect each other over time. Students will know and understand the dynamic nature of complex systems and change over time. They will be able to apply the tools and concepts for system dynamics and system thinking in their present lives and to inform their choices that will affect our future. This unit teaches the students about erosion. We go over the definition of erosion and deposition and how they are related to landforms. We talk about the major processes that cause erosion, such as water, wind, and ice in the form of glaciers. Each lesson has a hands-on model in order to connect the content that the students are learning with the example that they are seeing. The images that you see here are landforms created after thousands of years of erosion. The first lesson is all about learning the basics of erosion. The students are able to build their own mountain and then firsthand see the effects of wind and water. In the video example, the mountain of dirt and rocks is exposed to water and you can see the erosion happening. The water is pushing the dirt around and creating little rivers. The more water exposed to the mountain, the deeper the rivers get. The students can make observations within their groups and then take the new information and apply it to real-world landscapes. The second lesson is teaching the students about what glaciers are and how they play a big part in erosion. The students can see an example of what is inside a glacier and what happens to glaciers as they melt. This lesson is an all-day commitment, but it portrays how long glaciers take to melt in the real world. The third lesson shows how erosion happens at different rates depending on the process that is causing the erosion. When I am using a Q-tip to break up the cookie, there's not much happening. The Q-tip represents the wind. When I am using the toothpick to break up the cookie, there is more action and breaking up. The toothpick represents human activity and natural disasters, such as in this example, an earthquake, where the earth breaks up. When I pour water onto the cookie, it represents, as you guessed it, water. The water does the most damage and the quickest out of the rest of the processes. This lesson is greatly scaled down, but the students will be able to see how different earth processes change the rate of erosion. Also, who doesn't love to work with cookies? The students will be assessed through observation while they are completing their experiments, through class discussion, and through what they have written in their science journals. By using their science journals every day, they can look back at what they learned to make connections to future lessons and new content. All of these lessons teach what erosion is and how it happens. There are ample visuals for the students to make connections with their learning. At the end of the unit, there is a review game online for the students to play that also teaches them some fun facts. The content on this game is covered throughout the 3-day mini-unit, so the students will be set to have fun and keep on learning. Thanks for watching!